What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Glicks House of Music. A little hiatus from the holidays, a little holiday break, and then last week. Oh Lord, have mercy. Camera issues, yay! I don't know. We'll get the camera back up here in a second. Anywho's, then last week we decided to do something a little bit more casual with the little snowed in mix. Definitely appreciate y'all being there for that. But anywho, welcome to Glicks House of Music here on the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, go ahead and give us a follow everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, and for the time being, yes, TikTok. We are there. Shows are live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And don't forget, you can listen to us anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts all at the Nonsensical Network. Or simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. You can get all those links there, including the links to Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner, which, if I can get my cameras to work, you guys can see the hoodie I'm rocking. She made that, and she's getting ready to make a couple new shirts with the new Glicks House of Music logo on them, or a hoodie and a t-shirt for me as well, which I'll have those by this weekend. Hold on a second. Hey, we're back. There we go. Anywho, enough about that and enough about me. It looks like we got camera back. Double check. Yep, we're good. We're hanging out tonight with Miss Jessi Rose, who you guys heard right there at the beginning. And let me get these buttons working. It's never going to be a good show. If I start a show with no technical difficulties, that means it's going to be a shit show. But we're having issues right off the bat. That means we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good show. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Man, I feel like I've been out of the driver's seat for a while. Shout out to the Chatters Box to see you, Arliss. Appreciate it, brother. Wally's in the house. What's going on? But yeah, other than being cold as all get out here, but I mean that's nothing new for you. As we were talking backstage, you're a New Yorker, you're used to the cold, so.
And I hate it. I hate the cold. I wish it was summer right now.
I this is a reason why I want to be back down south. Love the spring, love the fall. Summer, I'm a big guy, so not always my best friend in the world, but I like it. I get along with it. Wintertime, I'm just a miserable prick all winter long. I'm a grumpy bear, man. I'm a big old grumpy bear. I get cold, my body hurts, I'm frustrated. Yeah, I just so.
I hibernate in the wintertime.
I wish I could. I really do. I need one of them. Like work from home jobs or something where all I got to do is just get up and turn my computer on, and then I can venture back to my bed or whatever, and just do whatever I need to do.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah. I was gonna just to say the song that I started the show with was the one that caught my attention because, as I tell everybody, I love the algorithm on Instagram because it's where I find a lot of guests. We all do the mindless scrolling, and usually I'm doing that mindless scrolling, half-ass paying attention, and somebody's voice will grab my attention. And you get a lot of musicians that come up on my feed, whether I'm following them or not. And then I have to kind of scroll back and try to find the voice again to be like, hold on a second, let me hear some more of that. And then I go and become a internet creeper and go find your Spotify or your YouTube channel and see what else you got on there. And then if I like what I'm hearing, then I shoot that shot and see if we can get you on the show. But I like the song. It's a
thank you.
Now a little bit different from some other things that you've done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, again, I'm finding where I belong in the music. I feel like, because I feel like I'm like a pop hard rock singer. So I always been like a rock and roll girl. I love all like the classic rock music, and now I like love metal music and obviously pop. I grew up with the 2000 songs. So I'm like, all right, I have the voice for it. So this is
Yeah.
me.
I was gonna say you definitely got a really nice voice.
Thank
Whether it's
you.
singing something softer like that, or singing something a little bit heavier. I got to give you a huge shout out though, and major props for taking on Dio.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
your cover of Holy Diver is impressive as hell because I'm a huge Dio fan, and there's some artists out there that when people try to cover them or do stuff with their music, I'm like, oh, you should have just left it alone. But you did a really good job. I think you absolutely killed that cover of Holy Diver. It's really
Thank
impressive.
you.
So, um, I, but yeah, how long have you been doing music?
So, I mean, I've been singing my whole life. With at school, I did chorus, I did plays and musicals and a cappella. But I took it seriously 2 years ago around this time. Actually, I remember 2 years ago, January 20th, 2 years ago was my first ever uh gig, like live music gig at a restaurant and stuff. And ever since, I've been gigging all around, like Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, trying to spread my horizons.
I was going to say, judging from your social media, you are very busy. I'm assuming pretty popular in the area because you're doing something. Almost it looked like almost every weekend this month.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
every,
I just again put myself out there. Could be a little annoying reaching out to restaurants like, "Hey, did you get my message? Hey, did you get my email? What dates you have available?" Yeah, you kind of have to be annoying to get what you want sometimes. So,
I I totally get that and understand that. Sometimes,
or
excuse me. Sometimes I feel
you go in person and be like, "Hey, I'm here, show my face, give me a
yeah.
gig."
Yep. Nah, sometimes I feel like I'm a pain in the ass when I start messaging people. Like I'm just some random dude. Hey, I have a podcast. Like everybody and their brother these days. Hey, you want to come on my podcast? And it's like I'll message them, and then I might message again like a week later, and it's like maybe I should just leave them alone so I'm not a pain in the neck. But you got to. I mean, you really got to. There's been a few artists that I've had to stay with and continue that open line of communication to finally get them wrangled in. But I totally get it, man. It's trying to get yourself out there, and that's the whole point. Why else? I mean, unless it's just a hobby, why else get into the music business if you don't want to be out there and be heard and be seen and whatnot?
Yeah, in
Um,
order to get what you be successful or get what you want, you got to work for it. You can't, things don't get handed to you. You got to work for it. I mean, I have to say, things sometimes for certain people, it's luck or connection, good for them. But again, I think it's more rewarding with hard work and dedication and passion.
yeah, I agreed. And I think it shows in your work too. When an artist, no matter what your platform is, if you're doing something, if you actually put in the work and you put in the energy, it shows through in your art. Yeah, as opposed to somebody who's just like dumb luck, some big record exec or something like that happens to be eating dinner at a restaurant and hears them. It's like, hey, guess what? I own you now. Sign this piece of paper. And it's just you can kind of see in their body of work that it's not really there. It's just like, yeah, it's you sound like the other 30 artists that just were on the radio. So um do you play any instruments or anything like that?
So funny thing was, I always been vocals my whole life, but for a year I taught myself how to play guitar, and now I could again 2 years ago around this time I did not know how to play a single instrument besides singing, so I had to hire a girl that date used to date my bandmate 2 years ago already, and she played keyboard for me. And just to get me out there because I'm like I don't know who else to. Again, I don't know how I can't just do a karaoke track. That means anyone could just go out there and gig and stuff. It's it's not really, again, you're just going through a track and singing. So it's like karaoke.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I needed someone to play piano for me or guitar or someone. So I thought like a girl, like a nice girl group would be nice. So I was using her for a while. Then all of a sudden, like again, I really got much better with the guitar. And it just like I like, because I always wanted to learn guitar so badly since I was a little kid. And my mom played. I had my uncle that played, but they just never got around to teach me. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna teach myself, because again, it was very hard relying on people to be available to do all these gigs. Because again, I want to do every weekend. Some people don't have that energy that I have, or that hardworking dedication to be available to gig every weekend like I do. Because again, like it's good money to make, and again, that's the way to put yourself out there. Because if you once a month a gig is not really enough for me. And that's what the girl wants. She wanted twice a month. I'm like, oh God, I really want more than that. It's like I told her, it's extra money. If you want more money, I'm again willing to pay the bill and split with you. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't. It's too much with the scheduling. So I'm like, all right, I gotta learn how to play. And then again, I picked it up pretty quickly. I did a lot of YouTube videos, and then I did eventually go to lessons to make sure I was doing it right, like my form and everything, make sure I was holding the guitar the right way and stuff. And then like he also taught me piano as well. So I was taking both guitar and piano lessons at School of Rock. And he was great. My shout out to Morgan. He's actually the reason I'm not with him anymore, because he moved to Tennessee following his dreams as a musician. So Morgan, kudos to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for helping me. It's been a long journey with you. Like I think a year I was with him, and
Oh wow.
he was great. Yeah. He is very missed. And again, I follow him on social media. I see he's like gigging in Nashville. So very talented guy. So good for Morgan. Kudos to him. And yeah, it's weird because I taught myself piano in high school and just learned basic stuff with my fingers, but my form was so wrong with the fingers. And I just can't, for some reason, I'm like having a hard time like picking it up than I did with guitar. Like I learned guitar later on in life, but then like I picked it up right away. I don't know why. I guess it was more of my calling than piano, but I still really want to like get better at piano. Like I'm not stopping. So now I am doing like my friend. Shout out to Jeanette, by the way. Jeanette, one of my friends. She's a very good piano player, and she's just giving me online lessons and stuff. So helping me out with form and making sure I'm doing my homework with learning Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's like my first song to learn. But I know how to play more than just Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Just got to be really slow with it. It's hard, but like it will come in time. I'm a fast learner. I'm a visual learner and a doer. Like I have to first see it and then I do it. Like have to do it a couple times and practice to I get it. That's how I do it guitar. And yeah, so at my gigs, I just play the guitar for like a 3-hour set, and then like once I get comfortable with like keyboard to play enough songs, I could just one set first half of the gig, like an hour and a half, I play guitar, and I switch the rest of the songs on keyboard so I could rest my poor fingers. Like I have a lot of calluses on my tips of my fingers. And I played 3 gigs this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the weekend before I was playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was like, holy cow, my fingers. And especially with the colds, like it's terrible. Like hands.
Oh yeah. You know, they say over time you build that you build that toughness up on your skin and you don't even realize it anymore. So
yeah, like again, like you gotta play like literally like maybe like every day and stuff. Like I play on the weekends. Like during the week I have my own business and stuff. So there's more to it than just me being a musician.
yeah. Is the music thing something that you want to hopefully take on full time, or is it more just kind of a side thing for you?
It's always been a big dream, and I couldn't like I always had again. So I had like this fantasy in my head, like a little kid. Like play like my favorite songs from artists I like look up to, and I like have a mirror in my room, and I like put sunglasses on, take my hairbrush, and just like dance and lip sync to their song. And I was passionate. I played air guitar and stuff. I had my own little show to myself,
Yeah.
basically. And like I said, since I was a kid, it's been a dream. But and again, I used to be a shy singer. Like I used to be afraid of performing on stage and stuff, but now like it doesn't bother me anymore. Like I said, you just gotta do it. Like you just gotta literally just do it. Like just get out there. You can't just let fear like get in the way. You just gotta do it. Do it, do it, do it. And yeah, so it's been a long journey. Again, I did for the past 2 years. Again, a lot of people like come up to me at gigs like, "Oh, how long you been?" Again, you're pretty good. Like, how long you been playing guitar? I'm like, I just taught myself for a year. And they're like, really? That's it? And I'm like, yeah. Like, just like you're pretty good for a beginner guitar. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm a fast learner, I'm dedicated,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just again looking back, I'm reflecting 2 years. Last year was when I started like teaching myself, so I was still using people. I think around last year, maybe like February, March is when I started having my first gigs by myself, when I felt comfortable to play guitar by myself. And it was so, I never thought I thought it would take me like 10 years. Like when I
Yeah.
first started gigs, I'm like, oh, it's going to take me a long time to play by myself. I'm like, wow, less than 2 years, like a year took me. So I'm like, pat on the head for me as Jessi Rose.
Yeah.
Good job, Jessi.
No, I mean that's impressive as hell, because there's people out there. Well, I know I'm one of them. I've had a guitar for 20 years, but the only thing it does is collect dust. So, but also a lot of that is I just don't have a lot of extra free time where it's like, yeah, I've already got enough stuff on my plate. Why don't we just add one more thing? Plus, what am I going to do if I learn how to play guitar? Like, I can't carry a tune in a bucket at the end of the day. So.
What kind of guitar you have?
I couldn't even tell you. It's old cheapo guitar. I don't know. I only paid a couple $100 for a little acoustic guitar.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know what. Yeah, I happened to see it in a pawn shop. I don't know. I was early 20s, and I was like, I could learn how to play that thing, and paid a couple $100 for it, and it's leaned up against the wall ever since. So
Never
I
too
think
late. That's one advice I would say. Because again, I
yeah.
literally thought, I'm like, oh, I'm too old. Again, I'm too old. Like again, like for American Idol, they like try to like look for teenagers to get started, like 16 and up and stuff. And I'm like, okay, it's too late for me to learn guitar. Like, to be honest, it's never too late. Because again, it's been on my list for a long time to learn guitar. And I have a picture of me as a little kid holding my mom's guitar, and I had like the Mickey Mouse hat on me. And I'm like looking back at these pictures. I'm like, it's like these pictures like kind of give me like predict the future. Like this is my calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations to leave New York and go to like someplace like LA or down to like Nashville or anything like that?
Absolutely. Like I want to tour around the world. That is a big dream. Whether it's with my band is called Splatterhead, by the way. It's a metal.
I was gonna get to them here in a little bit.
Original metal thrash band. And we have our music on all music streaming platforms. So Splatterhead. So it's like we're killer clowns is our character look. It gives off Harley Quinn Joker vibes.
I was gonna say you 100%. In a couple videos I've seen, you 100% give off like a little Harley Quinn.
I love her. She is my idol.
She's a badass. She's a badass. So
I love her. And again, I love the actress Margot Robbie. I love her as an actress. So that's like her role. Like no one. I mean, Lady Gaga did play good for the Joker movie, and I also, by the way, love Lady Gaga as a singer. And people think I sound like her, which I don't try to, obviously. but I take it as a compliment because she's a great
Hey,
singer.
she has a fantastic. I haven't seen the new Joker movie, but she does have a fantastic voice. And she's a pretty damn good actress. I thought she was great in American Horror Story. Um, she was well, what the hell was that movie? Uh, what was it? How that Bette Midler remake? Why can't I think of the name of it?
I always just knew her as
Uh,
a singer, so I thought she just started getting into acting.
yeah, she I think she's got an incredible voice. Um, I
Oh,
can I
yeah.
can I can see where you get a little comparison to her and some of your music. And again, I'll take that as a compliment. I wouldn't be mad at that at all in any way, shape, or form.
Not at
Um,
all.
shit. Um, yeah, no, I seen Splatterhead and I was like, what is this? Let me check this out. I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm a fan. I'm digging this. I like it. Went to their YouTube channel. They got like a little movie on there that I started. I thought it was a music video, and it's like a 25-minute movie. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to.
Oh my god, that's our like first clip of introduction our land. So
Yeah, Orlando.
it's so it gives the people idea like who we are. Like, oh my god, they're killer clowns. They're gonna take over the world and stuff, and yeah, kill us all. So
Yeah,
we're coming
I
off as
haven't.
scary. So Halloween is like our prime time where we have like when we want to release our music or like any big shows because a lot of like places like yo Halloween, you want a Halloween show like Splatterhead.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
I love being
Yeah,
part of the band. That's actually what got me started. So um before I got serious myself doing my gigs for the past 2 years, it just wound up all working out aligned. So the year before I had my very first gig, I was at a friend of mine's concert, like a cover band. Like he was just in a cover band, and
mhm,
my friend Nick is like from like he dresses like he's from the 80s. Like he that's literally his
nice.
everyday. I love him.
Hell
Great
yeah.
singer. Like he has that voice to be like the old 80s rock singer, the hair and the outfit, like even his car is from the 80s and he has the box TVs, he has a flip cell phone. He is so old school. Like I love him. And a lot of people we used to go to karaoke at Molly okay, you're from Ohio, so I'm like there's a place called Molly's and stuff when I went to school in Connecticut, and they had karaoke every Wednesday night, and we used to go every Wednesday, and every time make him sing like Judas Priest or like all like the Queensryche, the Queen of the Rock, like oh my god, like everyone's like goes up and like, yo man, I love the look. Like people thought it was like a Halloween costume. He's like, no, this is my actual everyday look.
That is also the 80s were great. I miss the 80s.
I know people will, with my taste of music, people at gigs come up to me when I sing certain songs on my set list. Like, how old are you? And I'm 26, and they're like, "You're playing songs that are way before your time, girl." Like I'm not expecting. I grew up. My parents and my family they introduced me to all this great classic rock music. It was always classic rock. I love the band Journey. I Def Leppard.
Hell
And
yeah.
again, I've seen them all in concert. I saw Journey, Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Joan Jett. Again, I could go on and on. So and I'm actually seeing AC/DC. I think my concert is it May? Yeah, May. I'm going to see AC/DC. Oh, and again, I'd rather go see them than go see Taylor Swift. Nothing wrong with Taylor Swift. It's just that again, I have appreciation with the old music. I mean, Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
she's a very talented. She has talent too and stuff. But if I had to prefer which one I had to go to,
You can,
classic
yeah,
rock.
like I've made fun and picked on Taylor Swift so much on different shows that I host here on the network. But I always say she is very talented. She has a good voice. It's just her music is not my cup of tea, and I'm gonna
Oh
make fun of
yeah.
it. Yeah,
And again, that's okay. Like there's gonna be probably people who my music is not their cup of tea, and that is
Yeah.
okay. That's why they have a variety of music and
Yeah,
variety of
exactly.
artists. So again, she's not my certain. Again, I miss the old Taylor Swift when she was more country, and like
Yeah.
and actually on my set list is her old songs like Love Story and You Belong With Me, like all the old stuff. I mean, I have Wildest Dreams on my set list. I don't play it all the time, but if I see like little girls around, like assuming they're Taylor Swift fans, and I wind up being right, Taylor Swift, they like
Yeah.
light up, be like, oh, Taylor Swift. So yes, I have Taylor Swift on my set list. I have her on there. So that's what I say. I play a variety of music, of modern music and um throwbacks, and that's why a lot of restaurants they appreciate that because they look at me like, "Oh, you're gonna probably play like Taylor Swift the whole time." I'm like, "No, no. Again, you'll be surprised why if I just give me a chance and wants to hear me like, okay, I was not expecting that." For example, I have Hound Dog by Elvis on my set list, and then you
Nice.
hear the older crowd like, what? What is she doing playing that? And again, I play the Beatles, and I love the Beatles. I mean, who doesn't? I never heard of anyone who doesn't love the Beatles. My favorite song from the Beatles is "Let It Be." So when I play that, oh, that's where the tip jar goes in.
Yeah,
The tip
right.
money goes in my jar, my big jar, in big bold letters. Tips very much appreciated.
Yeah, very much appreciated.
And again, I actually love the songs. So I'm not just doing it just to get the tips. I love those songs. So I get on my set list. I play music I love, and I have great taste. Don't mean to brag, but I have great taste in music.
I think I like you a lot. You sound like me. I have great taste in music, and everybody should like the music that I like. And if you don't, there's something wrong with you. And I do mean to brag. So, uh, no, that see that you can go to hell first and foremost, please. I am not a Swiftie. Stop spreading lies.
Someone commented, "Glicks a Swifty."
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
if I get invited, listen, I that's what I said. I'm open. Like I'm I got now like I'm a musician. I actually appreciate going to concerts more. I didn't really get much of that opportunity when I was a kid because again, my parents didn't like have the desire to go to concerts anymore because they don't have patience for like crowds and like friends like money always something. So I'm
oh
like, all right, like again, I get friends that like the same taste of music in me, and we just like go or go just go by myself. Like, why not? I'm just there. I'm there for the music. I'm not
but if you go by
exactly.
yourself, you're there with 20,000 friends because they're all there
They're
for the
all there
same
for the
reason
same
you're there.
reason. We're all there because we
Yeah.
want to enjoy the music. If someone
Mhm.
invites me to a Taylor Swift concert, sure, I'll go. Like if I'm available, then yeah, I'll go. Like
Yeah.
my friend Alexa's a huge Taylor Swift fan. If she invites me to go one day, yeah, sure, I'll go. I mean, I know her tickets are really expensive.
So ridiculously expensive, but you know,
That's how
how
popular
much?
she is.
Yeah, I mean, I could get tickets for three music festivals for for what one of her tickets cost anymore. So
Even these old classic bands I saw, like the ACD, they're not expensive. Like, and I saw Metallica, I saw Iron Maiden, like they were like maybe it's like $60 for a ticket.
yeah,
And I'm like, that's cheap. Like again, I didn't get like front. I didn't get front. Okay, it would have been like 300 if it was like all the way
yeah,
in the front. I mean, I got the nosebleed seats. Don't get, but again, I sometimes do sneak. I can be
Mhm.
sneak to get as close as I can without them checking my ticket. And if I see some empty seats throughout the console, I look around like a hawk. I'm like, oh, there's open seats. That's closer. Let's go there.
Let's go. Yeah, no, and the cool thing is, I think it's Ticketmaster. I think what is it in May or something like that? They do that special week where they have a set lineup of concerts that you can get tickets for like $25 for. Um, a couple years ago, like my fiance, she's a big Jelly Roll fan,
Oh, I have
and there's
Jelly
a
Roll on my set list.
nice. Actually, I have heard you do your version of
Save me.
what is it, Save Me? Yeah, which is really good. Uh, I'm a little, I get a little creeperish when I find an artist I like, so I like to thumb through your socials and see what you're doing and what you got going on. Um, but it was an outdoor amphitheater. We were out in the lawn, $25. And it was awesome. Went and seen Jason Aldean a couple months later. Yeah, we weren't front row, but we weren't all the way at the top of the Coliseum either. We were like mid level, but I'm like, I don't need to be up front. I'm here for the music and
Yeah, you
to have
got
a good
ears. You
time.
need ears.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
They
here
got
for the music and to have a good time.
yeah, they
Yeah.
got those big jumbo screens to see them too.
Mm.
So again, a
Yeah,
lot of people, most of the time, people in the front row aren't really present anyway. They have their phones sticking up, right in
yeah,
their faces. Say, "Oh my God, I almost touched this person's hand."
yeah. So I might put my phone up and record like one or two songs, but I'm there for the experience. I might take a couple pictures. I don't want to sit on my phone the whole time I'm at a concert like this, watching the concert through my phone. I want to see the concert. Like, what do you guys? But again, maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But
Well, my aunt says I have an old soul. So, and again, I as much as I have to be on social media to promote myself, I hate it. Like, I wish I don't have to do it, but
yes,
But even like back then when there were cell phones, you had to advertise by making a sign or a flyer and
yeah,
going around block to block to put it on like a pole or something like that. That's still a pain in the butt to do. I mean, that's
hmm,
how I advertise. That's how the business works. I mean, if you're
yeah,
going in for like to be like a doctor, you just work at a doctor's office, you're good. But you gotta know
yeah.
if you
No,
want to school.
that's you're right. That's the downfall is social media because I'm not a big fan of it myself. But
Right.
it is a necessary evil. If you're gonna be in some form of the entertainment industry, whether it's music or comedy or podcasting or whatever, you got to use social media to your advantage. But I am not a fan of it. I find myself in I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this project. The next thing I know, I'm 6 projects in, and I'm on 6 different platforms, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. It's just I become a robot. I'm a slave to my laptop or my cell phone, whatever I happen to be using at the time. And then I look at the clock and realize that 8 hours of my life are completely gone. But it's necessary if if you want to grow and succeed and whatnot. So as far as performing, are you do you like having the band, like the full band behind you, or do you like doing your your acoustic sets, like just you and your guitar and stuff?
They're both different. So, with my metal band, completely different type of energy music. I mean, my my little kid in me comes out when it comes to me in a band setting where I don't need to have a guitar. I just front and center um a singer. So like and it's like the heavier music, so I'm like head banging my head, and again I'm playing my favorite villain from DC, Harley Quinn. Like again, it's the my stage name for that band is Ace. So I mean, I'm not stealing Harley Quinn. Apparently, I'm supposed to be worse than Harley Quinn in a way. I'm supposed to be even more crazier than her. So basically, it's like Harley Quinn. It's like Harley Quinn stole me. It's like
Yeah.
stole
Okay.
my
Okay.
character
Yeah. Okay.
in a
Yeah.
way. Like it's like that.
She's a calm version of you.
No, her and I are like besties. So like Ace
Yeah.
and Harley Quinn, they're like besties. So it's like I'm like the well, actually, or it was either besties or like I'm the grandmother of or great grandmother of Harley Quinn. Like she just passed
There
down
you
generation.
go.
And again, I think our time period for the band was like long time ago, like a war during like a wartime. I don't know exact what year, but yeah, oh god, that's like a whole different scenery and energy I have for the band. I mean, I love them both different ways. Um and then like I have like another band I play with here and there called the Knuckleheads, and it's like just like for shits and giggles, like fun cover bands. Like I play with them,
Nice.
and it's fun playing with them too, because again, like it hypes you up, so it makes me I could play my guitar and sing. So then I feel like a shredder, even though I don't know how to shred yet. But like I feel like I'm actually a rock star. Like I feel it, and then yeah, my solo ones. it's nice to have that because all the money goes to me. Tips,
Oh yeah.
the restaurants. That's why most of the time I do solo because all the money goes to me. When you're at the band, then you have to split it and stuff, and you only get like a little small portion through for the time you're there and stuff.
Money is it's always nice to get more money. That's always for sure. Not only that, but it
Exactly.
also I would also imagine that doing your solo stuff allows you to being so new to um, the guitar and stuff like that, and like you said, you're working on the piano and whatnot. I imagine that gives you a little bit more time to kind of perfect your craft, get better, to where you can reach that point where you're not just in your head, but in real life, you're an actual shredder. You pick up a guitar and go to town on it.
Oh god, that's like a again bucket list. Like to again, that's gonna probably take a lot of time. Um, I'm still trying to again. I know obviously the basic chords, but I'm still trying to perfect on my B chords because I get that muffling sound still, and my fingers still feel awkward. So baby steps. So, but again, I have to say I came a long way because my strumming last year is like too not like too rough. Like I have that New Yorker arm and hand, so I'm like doing it too rough. So I'm like I not like a nice gentle strum. I'm like that sound. Now I calm down. I know how to now it feels flowy. Like you gotta like move your body
Yeah,
while you're singing and playing guitar. Like you're dancing.
got a whole rhythm and flow and everything. It all kind of goes together in one.
If
Uh,
you see my videos, you see me turn my hips a lot, like when I play, because I'm just feeling the music.
there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
And also, like, it
Uh,
is hard being like a standing. Again, I can't sit still. That's another reason why I like being the band setting, especially with Splat. I'm like jumping, like running and stuff. I'm using so much. It's literally a cardio workout. Like, I'm sweating at the end of the show. And so it's like a 45-minute set. I'm like sweating. And like the solo one, I'm like, standing with the mic stand. I'm like, I need to move. I need to move. So I'm like, all right, I'm just sway my hips and stuff.
it's like ADHD. You just gotta you got
Literally, I have. I don't have ADHD, but like I have PDD, which is pervasive developmental disorder. So it's like a level underneath ADHD.
mm,
I don't need meds for it. So it's like basically I'm just very high energy, hyper and stuff.
yep. No,
I'm a
I
golden retriever.
yeah, there you go. I get that. I do. We joke around about this quote unquote network here is being ADHD fueled because I fidget a lot. I know I gotta remember to try to keep my hands and stuff off my desk. Otherwise, it looks like Cloverfield over here because my camera's shaking and whatnot. I fidget around a lot during shows and whatnot and bounce from like six different subjects and whatnot. But it's in my head, it's an organized chaos, and that's how I operate. I know what's going on. Don't worry about it. Just know in the end, at the end, yeah, everything will be fine. I got it all under control. But yeah, I totally get that having that urge to just like I just want to move. It drives my fiance crazy because we'll be watching a movie or TV or something and my legs are going 100 miles an hour on the couch and shaking the whole couch, or I'm fidgeting on my phone. She's like, "Can you put your phone down? We're trying to watch a movie." I said, "I'm watching the movie, but two things: this is keeping me from falling asleep, and this is also keeping me from getting up and running around the house like a lunatic."
I
So,
can't watch a movie at nighttime, then I pass out. I don't even finish the movie.
yeah, if I don't fidget around on my phone, and it's usually some mindless game, but so I can still pay attention to the show. If not, 10, 15 minutes into a movie, into a TV show, I'm in the recliner just gone, just snoring away. Like,
That's my dad too. He's in
yeah,
the recliner and he's like, he goes like, and I'm like, oh, there he goes,
yeah,
and then I like scare him, and I'm like, Dad, your alarm is going off. It's time to go to work. And he's like, like he gets so mad at me.
Come on. Leave the guy alone. He's probably worked hard his whole life. Now he's all
Oh
getting
yeah,
up
he
there. Now.
has.
Yeah. No, I, after being at work all day, go to the gym, come home, and I usually got about an hour or two. On nights where I have a show, I can sit down and eat dinner. And a lot of times I take me a little power nap. I got my alarm set on my phone. I got like a couple different alarms to time to set up the studio, whatever type deal. But yeah, man, I will. I'll hit that recliner and kick my feet up, and it's game over. Yeah, I've fallen asleep in this chair right here a few times doing behind the scenes stuff. Just be back here messing around, and I'll have something on the TV. And next thing I know, I'm
Oh boy.
speaking of my alarm. There goes one now.
Is it bedtime for you?
No, actually, it's time for fiance to take her medicine. So,
Oh. Wait, what time is it over there? I don't know the time difference.
we should be on the same time. It's 9 o'clock here. So
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not a time difference.
Yeah. Yep. I would say we're Eastern. You would think by now I'd try to learn all these different time codes. I'm just like, I'll message people, hey, show's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know where you're at, what time it is where in your neck of the woods. So we'll make it work however we need to make it work.
There's probably people watching it all over the world. I can't even see. I don't know. Do you know how many viewers are on here watching right now?
Our live viewer, it's funny because our live viewers will fluctuate. We might have a couple here and there. But then it's the replay viewers. That's where we get a lot of our numbers is replays and the podcasting platforms. That's where probably 95% of our numbers come from. We like to do the live shows mainly in part because we do have an open chat. We call it the Chatters Box. I'm a sports guy, so kind of stole it from the batter's box baseball term. We call it the Chatters Box. So I like to always have that there for anybody who is there on all the shows. But like I told the guys, in all honesty, we can pre-record these sons of bitches anytime we want and just throw them up. But I like the live shows. So, we usually, I'd say we usually average somewhere between like 5 and 15 live viewers. Nothing crazy, nothing major. We're not that big yet. Hell, we're in the last not even year. We've really kind of the network's not even a year old yet. This was just one of my brainchild or children when I decided to go from the craziness that we were doing 3 nights a week, which was just complete and total anarchy, to a more content-based shows. So Mondays we have a men's mental health show and a motorsports and reptile show. Tuesday nights is my show. Wednesdays is a news show. It's like we call it What the Fuck News, but it's just stupid news stories, things in the news that make you say what the fuck. And so
I love that. I love that.
So, and then we have a hobby show on Thursdays. Friday nights is a movie show, which I might float Arland over to those guys and be like, hey, check this out. Let me know what you guys think. Because they're getting into like the fan made stuff and independent movies because they can actually play them on the show and watch it with the audience. So, hey, what's going on, Britt?
Hello.
And then Saturday nights is what started this whole bullshit is Nonsensical Nonsense. And it's a 6-hour live show of just hanging out and talking about whatever, being weirdos. We drop the link in the chat and anybody that wants to come on can come on. Sometimes it's golden. We get really cool people that come on. Other times we get the fucking weirdos that come on and it's like I'm pretty sure we've had 2 serial killers on the podcast.
What?
Yeah, just the vibes they were giving off were like 100% serial killer, maybe have their parents in a basement somewhere. Like they were tripping us out. And it was just like, I want to find out where these guys are and do a wellness check on their family just to be safe.
What'd you do? Did you kick them off?
No, we just kind of let them go until they left. because they weren't doing anything wrong. Yeah, exactly. Like Brittany, she came up one night with us. They weren't really doing anything wrong. Yeah. They were just giving off those creepy vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of the things that they were saying and doing, it's just like a little Jeffrey Dahmerish. So, but then Sunday we have a sports show. So it's like in the last 7-8 months we've kind of transformed everything into a more content base. So it's now we're basically starting over again. So we had a fan base that was used to the crazy, and then we kind of shifted gears on them. They're like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what happened here?
What up, Chaka?
What up, Chaka? What up, bro?" So we kind of dabbled a little bit of everything here. You know, we danced around. The music thing was something that I wanted to do because I'm a huge fan of music, always have been, and I listen to everything. But one of my favorite things, and it always has been since I was old enough to go to the bars, was the local scene. You walk into a bar and they got Frank and Charlie doing a set. It's like, cool. I didn't know we were going to have live music tonight. So that's kind of where this show came from, was I want to give you guys a little bit of a spotlight, but not only get to, know about your music and hear about your music, but also kind of get to see you outside of the artist and just kind of hanging out, having a chat with a random stranger on the internet, and whatever happens. But because I'm starting, now that my kids are getting a little bit older, it gets a little bit easier for me to venture out to the local music scene some more and go out. This weekend we're actually taking a trip to Indiana. One of my former guests has a gig in Indiana this weekend, and I was like, kids are going back to their moms. I'm gonna book a hotel. We're going to Indiana for a weekend.
Nice.
Get to see him live. Get to meet him in person. That's the other thing is some of the friendships that have been formed that I've made with some of the artists is really cool, because I try to keep in touch because I want to know what you got going on, so that if there's anything we can do to promote music, or if you get new music coming out, and we can play it on here for you, we definitely want to stay in that circle with you guys to help you promote.
Absolutely. It's a great idea.
This is it.
Oh, thank you, Brittany. Is she someone you know?
Yeah, she we just met Britt a couple weeks ago. She's friends with a very good friend of mine, and she came up on a Saturday night and was hanging out with us, and then the guys were like, "She's fucking cool as hell. We got to add her to our Snapchat group chat." I was like, "Oh Lord." She's actually pretty cool. I don't know her already. Yeah, I don't know her. Oh, that's already happened earlier today. I don't know her in person. You just know her from here. Chaka's another guy. He randomly stumbled in one night. He's from out in California, and he hangs out with us on Saturdays, and on a couple of the other shows he pops in and hangs out. So yeah, we got a little community here where we like to stay in touch with each other and hang out and just kind of shoot the shit, man. I tell everybody, the guy you see on your YouTube channel or you hear coming out your speakers in your car or your truck or whatever is the same guy you're going to see in real life. Like,
I like to say that about me too. So
just a dude over here. Yeah, just a dude. You know, and I want to come back to the music, but you got a lot going on. You said you're a business owner.
Yes.
You've also got a fitness page on Instagram.
Yes, I do.
And not to sound like a creepy old man or anything, you look phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're freaking jacked.
Thank you.
So congrats on that. How long have you been? Because you got ISSA certification or certificates and everything. So I got a lot of fitness is like, yeah. So like the fitness is a real thing for you. It's not just I want to look great on stage as my ace or anything like that. This is a thing for you.
To it. How
long have you been doing that?
Oh boy, also 2 years. So it's like weird because like I went to school, like college for graphic design and photography, and I went to Western Connecticut State University in Danbury, Connecticut, and I don't regret it. I don't even regret what I went to school for because I still use these skills towards my business. Like, again, I design my own logo. I design my own website. I design my own flyers when I advertise myself. I don't have to hire anyone to do all that. And again, my album covers, I designed it myself. I photographed the picture actually that you have right there actually is it's a that I didn't take because it would be too pain in the ass to I can't even clone myself to like go behind a camera and as a
Yeah.
model. So I hired her name is again I'll give her a shout out Suzanne with Suzanne Claire Studios. She's in Westchester County, New York, and she's a me. And again, as a photographer myself, I'm very picky photographer, but she is phenomenal. I mean, that picture of me, I I usually I'm very picky how I look like in pictures, but like I couldn't say no to any of the pictures she took, except like maybe if I blank in a picture, but like otherwise, like I'm like, no way, you photoshopped me. It's like, this is you. And she had like this whole thing called This Is Me thing, and she made a book out of me, like me modeling and stuff. I was in her
Nice.
book. And basically the book is like just to make women feel comfortable and confident in their own skin, no matter like what size or shape or heights, what like skin color, like it doesn't matter. You're beautiful either way. And that's like the vibe I was trying to give off, and Suzanne as well. Like that we're trying to make all women feel beautiful. Because again, it's very common for women to feel insecure about themselves. I mean, not again, men could feel the same way. And
Hmm.
not only for fitness, like it's all about looking nice and stuff. It's mentally good, like mentally for you as well. Like it helped me with my mental health fitness. I went through a lot of hard challenges and obstacles throughout my life growing. And again, I didn't have it great. Like I went through a lot of trauma with past friendships and relationships and family drama. Like it was again a lot for my heart to handle. Especially 2024 just kicked my ass with a lot that went on with me. But again, it's a new year, new me. I mean, I shouldn't say really new me. I mean, I'm still me, but like a better
Yeah.
me. Let's say that a
Yeah.
better, improved me. I'm throwing the past, the trauma behind. I forgive. I don't forget
Yeah.
and don't trust again. But and again,
Yeah.
my songwriting is like I want it to feel related. That's what my goal is. You write what you feel. It's like again,
Hmm.
even poetry. People who not into music just like poetry and stuff. Yes, follow. Yes, that is my
There you go.
Instagram. Is that you who did that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
that's
was like,
pretty
who else did that? Like, how do you know that?
no,
Yeah,
no,
that
no,
is
no.
my. So yeah, that is my last name, guys. I'm not again my stage name Jessi Rose because I originally had it as my name, my regular real name, Jess Paternoster. I'm not ashamed of my real name. It's just that it is. I did the Hey Google thing. Look up my very first song, Convivial, I ever wrote. Uh, I'm like, hey Google, look up Convivial by Jess Paternoster. I'm sorry, I can't seem to understand what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, I gotta change my name. So my middle name is Rose, and it's actually an honor because both my grandmothers who passed away are named Rose. So I want to keep that name in me. And if I get like a daughter one day, I would love to have her middle name Rose. So keep that middle name going. It's
Yeah.
such a beautiful. Again, a lot of people are ashamed or embarrassed of their middle name, but I love that middle name. And
My middle daughter, her middle name is Rose, and she's named after my grandmother as well. So now I'll tell you the story behind that here in a little bit. But yeah, don't be ashamed of your middle name. It's a pretty name. It's a it's an older name too. Like you don't hear it very often nowadays. Me, I
again,
have the
it
white.
is there's a lot of Jessi Roses out there. 'Cause I did look up Jessi Rose, and there's a
There
lot
are.
of there are other Jessi Roses, but there's a one unique one, It is me.
Yeah.
And they can some of them spell with the like Jessy, or they do the IE and stuff like that, or Jesse. Like
Mhm.
I did the I. Like I didn't want to be Jessica Rose because again I kind of cringe with my full name Jessica. Like I even say it, I don't like it. And Jess Rose did not have. And again because my friends they call me Jess. It's just I always been called Jess, and it just didn't sound right. Jess Rose, like it just didn't
Mhm.
have like that ring to it. So, um, one of the good piano actually my song "Shadows Within Me," my shout out to Jim, by the way, Jim Moriarty. He helped me write "Shadows Within Me" with his beautiful piano. I met him in a songwriter class. He's like another grandfather to me. I love him,
Mhm.
and he always just called me Jessi Rose. It rolls off the tongue. But yeah, and, like he kept calling me Jesse, so I'm like, I never really was called that my whole life, but I might want to start doing that. Like,
Yeah.
and I said, you know what? I think I might want to change my name, Jessi Rose. And I remember the lady Suzanne who took my photo. She's like, Jessi Rose, like that's sexy. I'm like, I guess, and I have like a rose tattoo. I just think I could try to. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
in honor of my grandparents, like both my grandma. I'm trying to turn my arm. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
so honor my grandmothers and keep the Jessi Rose continue. You can see on the picture of me, I have the Rose guitar strap. So I went to get my first guitar, which is that Telly. I named her Sky, and they made
Nice.
me pick out a strap, and I found the one and only Rose strap, and I was like, "That's me. That is meant for me." The Rose strap. I have to get it. And my photo shoot I had like I had a rose like a white dress with rose designs. Yes, rose tattoo. Good song. You know what? Thank you, Brittany. That actually might inspire me to write a song called Rose Tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm always open to ideas. Like people who want to tell me you look thank you. Um yeah, no, people say I like you look badass. Like these photos, like I not only
Yeah.
have those photos, I had it for she took uh professional pictures of me for my fitness business. So I have pictures of me with fitness. Again, I did everything. It was like a 2 hour photo session. So I did a lot
Oh
of
wow.
changing and stuff. And she was great. Like I did my own makeup and hair and stuff. Um, so I'm like, I did a pretty good job. That it was a good day for me. It was a good photo day for me, and it wasn't cheap.
I was gonna say I was looking on your Facebook page. I gotta say the reason I chose this picture because I always try to put the artist behind me on the background, and make a social media post. But I was looking at your Facebook page and you got a whole bunch of the pictures up. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're all from the same shoot. I'm not sure,
Yep,
but they all look great. And I was like, there was something about that. I was like, this one is by far my favorite one.
that's my
I think
favorite.
this is,
That's my profile picture on my
yeah.
Instagram and stuff.
I was like, this is my favorite picture. This is a badass picture because it kind of gets everything. You're a musician, obviously, you're a business owner, entrepreneur. You're
Exactly, has to, and that wasn't my idea. That's that suit, because I guess she took pictures of me like for my photography of me holding a camera. It's like
Mhm.
go back, change. She's like change back to that suit because I had the dress, and she's like I have another idea for you, and I'm like okay. She's like I want you to have it unbuttoned, like no shirt underneath, just the jacket. I'm like what?
Excuse me.
I'm like, excuse me. It's like, get a little so a little sexy, and then it kind of gives off like the Miley Cyrus flowers. And it wasn't like it was Suzanne's idea. So I'm like, you know,
Yeah, it's
I fuck with that. I love it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, that's
It
one of my
just
favorite pictures.
yeah. It kind of it wraps up everything. Like I said, badass rocker chick, businesswoman. It's got a sexiness about it. There's a lot going on in that picture, but I think it's a really cool picture. I think she did an amazing job, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to use this one. Let me work my
Good
magic here,
choice.
and and then last night I just redesigned my logo for a shirt, and I was like, oh, I'm actually loving this fucking logo. This is gonna be my new logo. So it's like
Is
it
that the
works
one in the
out good.
corner? the corner of
Yeah.
your thing. I love it.
Mhm.
And again, compliment from a graphic designer. I love it. You designed it?
I know nothing about what I'm doing. I don't know. I had to I self-taught myself how to do when I was like, I'm gonna start a podcast. I thought it was just turn the camera on, turn the microphone on, and talk. There's a lot more involved behind the scenes, and then with creating logos and making sure you don't step on anybody's toes when you do logos and stuff like that. So, uh, my fiance, she's starting her at-home business, making hoodies and shirts and cups and stuff like that, and she wants to venture out into soaps and everything. So she's got Canva, and I was like, "Can you teach me how to use Canva real quick?" And she
Oh yeah,
showed me.
Canva is great. Like
Yeah,
again, again, as graphic designers, we use Canva, nothing, because again, I make things by scratch on Canva, because again, it saves a lot of storage space, because again, I was taught in school using the Adobe programs, and I still use it if I have to do like deeper, like again, designing a logo. I make it by scratch on Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. And like you get Photoshop if I want to like be creative, like show like creativity. Like say if I use that picture behind us and I want to add clouds and like put me in the
yeah,
background, like a cool stage background, something like that, then I could just use Photoshop to edit that in and stuff.
yeah,
And make it look more realistic, because I mean, yeah, Canva, it looks like you're just overlapping it. So you could, it's just, Canvas is really just for basic graphic design. Like if you don't want to hire
yeah,
graphic design, you want to make a quick little flyer, a little thing. Again, I use Canva for my social media ads for my gigs and stuff. This is a quick and easy thing. It saves automatically, does not cost too much storage, and it works. And again, I still use my program. InDesign I use for like more posters, and if I make a book or something like that, or like my business cards I use for InDesign. Again, some people might not even understand the program, so I shouldn't like talk too much about it.
yeah,
But like, and again, my pictures, again, like I said, in a way I don't regret what I went to school for. And again, I have a college degree. I mean, some people don't even go to college. I mean, it's expensive. I'm still paying off my student loans. So, yeah, that's, again, I still live at home with my parents, and 26, so I'm single, and just working. I'm like,
casually throw that out there for anybody listening.
yeah, I'm
Single.
single. Single, ready to mingle.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like for I being a dad, I've encouraged my kids, if you want to go to school, go to college. If you don't, then learn a trade. I learned a trade. I work with my hands. I've been in construction since I was like 14. I'm going on close to 30 years. But at the end of the day, I've made a lot of really good money in my life. There's been some bad years, but I didn't have to worry about student loans or anything like that. And then it's just like this whole thing is literally it's all self-taught for me. I'm still learning. I learn new things every day. I mean, like, and I try to, when I first started making logos, very basic, very choppy, very blah, just ugh. And then as I've learned new apps and new uh different platforms and stuff like that, they've gotten a little bit better. But a small part of me was like, you could have gone to school for something, like some kind of, you know, computers or something. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, as long as I can function and not look fully retarded, then I'm okay. I can look mildly retarded and get away with it. But if I go if I go in full gear, then I'm in trouble at the end of the day. So
Honestly, I feel like these days, like, they don't really, like, jobs, they don't really care if you have I mean, it's a plus if you have a college degree, but like,
mhm.
I guess it's more like you have at least a high school degree. At least you did high school. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
And again, it's mostly experience. Like they look at like job experience too. I used to do
yeah,
graphics, but I really loved. Yeah, I did drawing and painting as well. That's how I started. Like again, I started. It's like weird how like all my passions all come together, like reflecting my past. Again, I started like drawing and painting, and then discover I was good at that. I opened my mouth, started singing a song, and realized I could sing. My family pointed that out too, because I used to sing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," Wizard of Oz, and my
Hmm.
mom used to make me sing that song all the time for my family, and I used to be so shy. I couldn't do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing in front of anyone. Like people, I don't know. I was shy. So like again, I don't think I was fully confident then. I was like,
Yeah.
I guess like, and like again, and I played into acting when I was in plays in elementary school. I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. You're pretend. It's like my idea was like, you're pretending. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a
Exactly.
game.
Yeah. Right. No.
And I started work again. I always grew up as an athlete, like playing a bunch of sports. And when I graduated college, I'm like, what? Like, it was on 2020 when COVID hit. I'm
Oh.
like, who the fuck am I now? Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what I am anymore. I'm like, all right, well, I got my degree, check. That's a very big accomplishment in life. So I got back, like, I'm looking at my degree right now, hung up on the wall. I'm like, a Bachelor of Arts degree. I'm like, all right, so I have my shit together. Obviously, I went to school. You're speaking my language, and so um, yeah, it was hard to get a job because COVID. We were all locked home, and
Yeah. Oh,
that's when I was like playing around with a lot of stuff. Like again, this is before I became serious. I remember I bought like a USB like condenser microphone to just plug into your Mac and stuff, and I was just on GarageBand and just singing, like taking like videos of my on my camera, and I'm like, I'm just gonna mess around with YouTube. Like maybe I should become a YouTuber, and I'm like doing covers of me singing. I'm like, oh god, the mic quality sucks because I'm very loud. I'm Italian, and I'm like a loud, powerful singer.
no.
So you hear that?
No.
No.
New Yorker from an Italian New Yorker loud. No. I don't believe it.
It's so bad because restaurants, and again, I hate when they tell me this, but they tell me, "Hey, can you turn the volume down on your?"
You're at a
And
12. We need you at a 9.
no, it's so bad that like there was like a place that was small, and I turned the knob, and I'm like, realize my microphone's off, and it's telling me I'm still loud. I'm like, oh my god, I'm really that bad. And it was at a small, quiet place. But if I'm like at like a brewery or something like that with a bunch of
Yeah.
people, that's a different story. Or if I'm outside, it's a different story. But
Yeah.
yeah, like messed around with the YouTube with stuff, and I'm like, no, actually, I always wanted to like record in a recording studio. So I'm like, again, this is like a year maybe before I took music seriously too. It's like something. It was all coming together in my life, and yeah, I started working out in end of high school. I started working out because I was like so insecure. I was skinny. I was like a toothpick. Like people thought I was anorexic, and I wasn't. I was just a picky eater. And now I'm a foodie, and
How do you grow up Italian and be a picky eater? Because I mean, I've known some Italians in my time, and one thing you don't do is go hungry in that family.
well, my food was pizza. My favorite food to this day, pizza, like cheese pizza. I
All
only drink
right, all right.
water. I still drink water to this day, and again, I mean, but again, I like smoothies, and again, I drink alcohol when it's a fun, socially drink alcohol. But like, I've got my big jug right here, this big water bottle and stuff. It's a 64 ounce. I carry that with me all the time and
I got
stuff.
one of those
So
that I take to the gym, and every once in a while take to work with me. I'm trying to drink more water. I drink a
yes,
lot of
drinking
pop.
water, stay hydrated. Yes, and also again, it's good for the voice too, because a lot of talking you're doing, and it dries out your
Yeah,
throat, and you're like, I drink. Yeah, I can make you a mean pizza. Yeah, honestly, send me Brittany. You know what? Let's have a chat. We actually would like to try your pizza. My mom makes good homemade pizza too. But yeah, pizza, water, and a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and plain pasta was literally my diet as a kid. I couldn't really branch out. It took a while. I mean, I branched out. Then again, now you're older, your taste buds change, and now
Yeah.
I love trying new things. Water is all
Absolutely.
I drink other than alcohol. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, I have my smoothies, like my protein shakes and stuff. So, I mean, I never really like drinking milk or juice. Never really, or soda. I
Oh,
never really had an interest in soda. Nothing.
man,
So,
I can kill a gallon of milk. I do a little bit. Actually, now that we're talking about it, when we get done here tonight, I'm gonna have to go have me a nice big glass of milk. That's my downfall. That's my vice.
it's like your Santa Claus. You gotta have the
I
cookies.
yeah, right. I do have chocolate chip cookies out there too.
Gave ideas. That was midnight snack.
No, my big vice has always been pop. Pepsi, Mountain Dew. You know, a lot of people they drink coffee in the morning. I start my day out with the Pepsi, and then I'll have a couple more throughout the day. So I'm trying to cut them down to like one, maybe two a day, and drink more water. My problem with water is it's freaking boring. Like
It's refreshing. It's
it's
nature.
boring. And I went out and got like my daughter and my fiance. They had their circle bottles, those little circle bottles, and I'm like, yeah, I look like a fruit if I'm drinking out of that. I don't want to carry around one of them bottles, you know. Then they put out these big 40-ounce tumblers, and I was like, all right, now I can get down on that. I'll get me a little circle cup with their little water infuser. I don't know, flavored water.
The bucket
Yeah,
gallon. It's 64 ounces
yeah.
and half a gallon. If I got the full gallon, it's like carrying like a bucket with you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a monster water bottle. And again, those are like the gym rats. Like
Yeah, that's my
gym.
64 ounces what I take to work with me and I take to the gym with me and whatnot. So that's about the only time I drink water is when I'm at the gym.
Oh yeah, because you're also working out, and again you get dehydrated.
But I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better about drinking.
Sure, exactly.
It's just I gotta have something with some taste to it, and I can't just. If I do drink water, it's usually like I fill a big glass of it and just slam it down, drink the whole thing. But just because
my grandfather, he was dehydrated. There was like he like passed out recently, like out of nowhere, and it was because he was dehydrated. And again, he don't like water, so his doctor told him, which again I could probably give you an idea. You just put a little bit of ginger ale in the water, so like you're still getting your water, but you get your little sweetness.
Yeah.
So try that. If you.
We had Liquid IV was a sponsor for a little while of the shows, and I fell in love with that. But when the sponsor deal went away, I was like, well, I'm not paying full price anymore. I got spoiled for the last year. Now I got to pay full price for it. This shit's not cheap.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
But what I discovered with Liquid IV is it is a lifesaver after a long Saturday night.
Long Saturday night.
I have a tendency to overindulge every once in a while. So.
Yes, I have done that. Helps with well, yeah, that's what ginger ale is. It's like it's good for like the digestive system too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get better about drinking more water. Excuse me.
You get used to like my sister always drank like seltzer, and like it took her a while. Now she drinks. Now she's actually fine with drinking water. It took her a while because she used to be like a Capri Sun juice drinker. Then she's every morning she has her chocolate almond milk, those little carts, the little kid.
Like that, like the little cartons of milk like we used to get back in school.
Yeah, she has like almond milk, I mean, almond milk is again, it's not dairy, it's almond milk.
Wow. Shit, I can't do almond milk. Just give me regular milk. I prefer, and I don't mind paying the extra for it, but I prefer real raw, unpasteurized milk, straight from the teat. I'm a country bumpkin, so I grew up in the middle of nowhere. Just put it in a container, put it in a cup, and I'm happy. Don't pasteurize it, nothing else. Don't put all that crap in it. Just give me all natural. And it lasts longer too. You bottle it up, throw it in the refrigerator. It lasts a lot longer than all this other, But unfortunately, can't really go to Walmart and buy unpasteurized milk. You got to go to the, as I call them, the hippie stores. So
Hippie stores.
and we don't have too many of them are close by. Yeah, I got to take a little bit of a drive to go there. Yeah, the all natural, organic hippie stores. That's what I call them.
Just curious. I'm just like, this is like a little off topic, but like I just thought of it just now. Like, anyone from the audience has any questions to ask? Like, general, any questions about me or anything? It doesn't have to be music. It could be personal training. Come to my farm and I got you. Are you talking
Okay.
to? Are you talking to me?
I didn't know you lived on a farm too.
And
Yeah,
I need the music. Okay,
I always try to let the chatters box know they can ask whatever. I mean, keep it within reason. Don't be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Please, like we don't want another serial killer.
I
am so.
I am sometimes. Yeah, I am sometimes hesitant, and like I'm a huge fan of rocker chicks, but sometimes I'm nervous to bring women on the show and interview them because I never know what I'm going to get out of the chatters box. You never know who's going to be in there. I've had on 2 occasions where they got very rude, and I just banned them. They made some comments that were completely unnecessary, and I was like, "No, we're not even going to address you. We're not even going to."
There's no room for that. No, you're not allowed. Yeah, exactly. Again, it's fine to have your own opinions, but you're asking me to not be weird. Well, I gotta answer your question, Brittany. So, to answer your question, yes, I'm actually gonna release a EP album soon. So I'm just waiting for my producer to finish mixing and mastering my last 2 songs. I have 4 songs in my EP album, and it's about it's basically about my 2024.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and some of them I wrote before 2024, but in a way I was like, I'm putting it all together because it all makes sense. Like it again, I have to listen to Jessi Rose before I met Glicks, so this is I have listened. Oh, really?
Nice.
How'd you find me, Brittany? I mean, I'm honored. I'm honored.
Yeah,
I like busting.
No, you got to get recognized out and about. Do you ever have that where you're out and about and somebody recognizes you either from a gig or maybe social media or something like that?
So, yes, I am pretty out there. Again, I'm very out there. I have that recognizable face, so could be a good way, could be a bad way. It's like a blessing about a curse, I guess. And yeah, people recognize me. Like it's like it's more like other musicians that play out somewhere. Like, oh yeah, I seen you play there and stuff. Like, and actually, I got like a couple people following me in my hometown. Again, my hometown's like a quiet area, so it's like
yeah.
But and actually a lot of people recognize me when I used to work at gyms and stuff, so they recognize me from working at the gyms. And they're like, oh yeah, I know you from this gym. And they're like, you still there? I'm like, no, I'm not there anymore. And they're like, oh, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm doing it on my own. Like, I don't need a gym.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some people recognize me through the music and stuff. So it's kind of nice most of the time. Sometimes like people that you don't want them to recognize you or you don't like, you're like, oh god, I have to see them again at the supermarket.
Shout out. Yeah, no, that's I still haven't shout out to Denison University. What up, y'all? I see you. I know you're out there. It's weird to me when people recognize me or it'll be like, man, you sound just like the guy on this podcast that I listen to. Oh, what's the name of the podcast? And they'll rattle off one of the shows and I'm like, oh, Is it any good? Because I hear that guy's a real jerk off,
You
and
joke around
usually when
about
I
yourself.
talk, yeah, when after I get to talking to him, they're like, "Holy shit, it's you, man!" There's a college down the road from me, and I guess a good chunk of them listen to the shows and the different shows and whatnot. And they have for the last couple of years. I've done some door dashing in the past, and I'll go out there and drop off a delivery and like, "Oh, you're the Glick guy," and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. They're like, "We fucking love you guys." Yeah, cool, okay. I guess here's your food. I don't know how to react to that. Like it's still, I'm very awkward in real life as well. So that's the other thing I got going for me is awkwardness. So it's just like, thanks, I guess.
I know I'm a little
Sorry.
awkward. Like I'm on my break at a music gig, and I'm like, what do I do? I feel weird just approaching the people like, hey, like in the music. Like I just feel if they get sometimes most of the time people come up and talk to me. I didn't know
Mhm.
about the fitness stuff, but I'll check it out. Yeah, honestly, I guess I'll throw it out, but I am doing online training. So if anyone who wants to work on their fitness goals, I am doing online remote training that we could do Zoom calls, or again, I have an app to download too, but that will be more details if you're really getting very interested in working on your fitness goals or mental health goals. I do like mix of life coaching and fitness in one. So, because again, I generally love helping others. And actually, on one of my ankle tattoos, I have like two hands holding on to each other because like you're helping, like helping hands and stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
wait,
Nice.
I can flip the camera. Like I have
Yeah.
this tattoo. That's the helping others,
Okay.
and then I
Nice.
have the gym dumbbell, and then I have like different version of hearts of my family members drew. So mine, this one hurt like a bitch, but
Oh, right on. Oh man, that looks like it would be painful.
yeah, yeah, I'm like literally had the nervous here, so like my foot was like twitching and stuff. But like
Yeah.
I have, yeah. So this is my drawing of a heart, and the star means like reach for the stars. Cause I do dream big heart. Hell, I already said that. That's my grandfather's drawing of a heart. So in there it says love you. So it looks like a blob, but that's his version. And then my
That's
mom
cool.
has her pretzel looking heart, and then obviously music. Um,
Nice.
I'm very happy I got this before my grandmother died, but this is her drawing of a heart, some
Oh wow.
tatted on me. So, and the camera for photography. I love traveling. Yeah, I think that's everything. And again, I got more tattoos on my arms too. Like I just got again I got my Wonder Woman because my grandfather loves Wonder Woman. My grandmother, he always
Nice.
called my grandmother her Wonder Woman. And I felt like because 2024 really showed a lot of strength in me of what I went through. So I got the symbol warrior, and I also actually have. Oh God, I got like move around my sleeve. Is this the right arm? Yeah. So this is my war. I just got this the warrior tattoo, so like I could put my phone down. I will show you the position, like the what my ideal is. Like I put my phone down, and I could just do like the Wonder Woman thing. So I have the
Oh
sun.
hell yeah.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman, the warrior, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was trying to.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
need to go back into my ship, so I'll be totally looking it up. Yeah, Brittany, if you want to work on your fitness goals, I'll be very happy to help. We'll make it happen. I'll make.
I,
I like to call myself the fairy godmother of fitness. I make all your wishes and dreams come true. Actually, I
Nice.
like that's gonna be my tagline. It's the fairy godmother of fitness.
There you go. Now I like the ankle tattoos that where they're like little anklets, or the ankle bracelets with the charms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I showed you the
Um,
rose tattoo. I showed you the Wonder Woman. I showed you the warrior, and then I also got the. Again, this one I don't know about the roll up my sleeves. My arms are like actually I can. Okay, I got it. I got
my
the.
arms are too jacked to roll up my
Yeah,
sleeve.
my arms to Jack. Yeah, you can see the power. The
Yeah.
power with the heartbeat because I went through a lot of ups and downs in life, and I powered through. So this is one of my favorite
Oh yeah.
meaningful tattoos. Ankle tattoos suck. Well, I always wanted an ankle tattoo. Yes, it hurts, and I actually do want my other ankle. I want on the side of my ankle, and I have very skinny ankles, so it's all bone. So yeah, you
I
dye
do
your
not
beard.
I do not dye my beard. Don't believe those assholes. They spread vicious rumors. Why would I dye my beard? I have amazing gray in my beard. I got racing stripes for Christ's sakes.
If you dye it white, then you'll be a perfect Santa Claus.
I just told my fiance, I said, I'm really thinking about because I noticed like in the side, I'm starting to get more gray. I've always had the racing stripes right down the middle, but I'm starting to
Mhm.
get more gray. So I'm about ready to just go buy dye and just dye my hair gray and just give into the gray. It's just like, no, you're not doing all that.
You love the milk and cookies, and you got the beard
Yeah,
going. That's got to turn white, and then
yeah.
make a perfect Santa Claus.
It's coming. I got a big old fat belly for the time being, trying to get rid of that.
That I can't see from here, but
Trying to get rid of that. The problem is, well, it's not really a problem. This is kind of a blessing for me. Is even in my older age, as long as I'm active and I'm working out, I can still eat like shit, and I do eat like shit. I don't have a good eating habit, and I do when I sit down to eat, I eat large-ish portions of food. But as long as I'm working out and everything like that, I'm fine. I just haven't been working out in the last year and a half, so put on some weight.
okay. So well, let me tell you something. So with fitness, it's 80% nutrition and 20% of exercise. So if you want to get to your goals, again, I'm shouting. This is to everyone, not just to Glick. It's yeah, you gotta diet is I hate to say it, but diet is
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know. Well, the fortunate thing about me is I I don't think I'm tall. Everybody thinks I'm tall. I don't think I'm tall. I'm 6'2", 6'3", something like
that's
that.
all.
But right now I'm probably at about 315. But if you put me next to somebody else that's 315, they'll look like they're twice the size of me. So it's kind of proportioned well. I carry the weight better. So like if I drop below 250, I look sick. Like I look like I'm going through some shit. Sick. That's my goal is like 260. And then I'll be happy and comfortable at about 260, 270, something like that. I don't. I gave up on being shredded a long time ago. Even in high school when I was working out like 4 hours a day and
Oh my
eating
god.
everything I was supposed to be eating, and I was in sports and I was active. It was just like I'm still built big. I'm not shredded, but I'm solid. But
Yeah.
then there'd be a guy on my football team that was work out like an hour a week, and he was just an 8 pack and muscles. I'm like, dude, like, why?
Football
How does
practice.
this
A
happen?
lot of yeah, I mean
Yeah,
most of the time it's football practice. You're just doing sprint drills and stuff and
yeah.
tackling.
No, yeah. I like I said, I was like, yeah, I'll never look like John Cena or anything like that, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that as long as I'm at a healthy-ish weight and I look okay if I take my shirt off. So, like I'm not embarrassed if I take my shirt off.
A little stick, Brittany says she's a stick.
Brittany's a tiny little thing. Oh no,
You
the reason I want to lose some weight is more because I am older and I did play sports and I've got a bad knee and I've got a busted up ankle. And then when I blew out my back in my early 20s and then I busted up my shoulder pretty bad.
oh my
So
god.
when I do put on a little extra weight, it starts to I feel it and my body hurts. And that's why I want to take I like I'm obviously not going to be competing in the Arnold Classic anytime soon when it comes to Columbus, but but I could lose a little bit of weight, and like I said, for being a bigger guy, it's proportioned nicely, so I don't have to be a big old muscle bound meathead to still look good in certain shirts or if I take my shirt off or whatever.
To be honest, you don't really need to do like I mean you could do a little bit of like basic weight training, but like I think what you could use is like at least a nice half-hour walk a day would be good for your health. It's good for the heart and it's just to get your blood flowing and stuff. So it's like again, as
Mhm.
you get older, like as things get harder. So as long as you move and keep up with your strength, that's why I always say always try weight training. I'm not telling you to bulk and lift like 200, 300 pounds, like lift something just to keep your strength going. Because again, it affects your bones too when you get older, and A lot of other shenanigans.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
what
it's good for the
you
mind. That's why again I went through
yeah.
so much in life that fitness like just helped me like kind of get out. Honestly,
Well, that's
yesterday I didn't work out at all yesterday because I was like dealing with a cold, and I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was like a whole different. I felt tired, and my nose was like stuffy, and like it's like a 24-hour sickness I had, and I didn't go.
yeah.
I didn't go to the gym. I don't rest my body. Stayed home all day yesterday and just do my remote work and stuff, and like I felt disgusting. I felt like, oh, I'm skipping a gym day. But I caught everything up. But today I caught everything up. I did my yesterday's workout and I did my today's workout.
Nice.
So I got it all
Nice.
done. So I'm caught up for the week.
Well, that's the
No
other thing I like
excuses.
about. Yeah, there you go. No excuses. Pain is gain. All those gym
Yes,
cliches.
exactly.
No, that's the other thing. Champion. It's
Champion.
hard to be. It's hard to be the champ, right? I'm just saying. It's a burden that I carry, so nobody else has to. No, that was the other. That's been the other thing for me is going to the gym is good for my mental health because like I didn't have the easiest life. I've been through hell and back, and some failed relationships and whatnot like that really took their toll on me. The last couple years has really been a journey for me in healing and mentally, and that's part of the reason why I started the men's mental health podcast or show, because not only was are we able to maybe help other guys that are going through shit, but it also helped me a lot because I was able to come on to, I think people got to learn a lot more about me than they have in years past and didn't
Right.
really realize a lot of things that I've gone through and been through and whatnot and still dealing with and still processing. But the
Everyone's
gym is
going
part of
through
that.
shit these days.
Yeah, and going to the gym for me is part of that journey to healing my mind is because I can go there and it's the one place that put the music in, my brain shuts off. I don't think about financial stuff, work stuff, home life. It's just that hour and a half, however long I'm at the gym. It's just I'm completely shut off, zoned out, and focused
That's
somewhere
just
else.
self care. Like again, that's like
Yeah.
my way of giving my like some girls like or guys, whatever, like some mainly girls, I guess. Their self care is like putting a face mask on and then they take a bath, go get a mani pedi.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, my self care is going to the gym. It's like time for myself. That's the only time I like to be alone. I mean, it's kind of cool working out with some friends, but it kind of again like, I wish I was talking to Jessi about what?
The champion thing.
Oh, I'm a champion.
He's,
But yeah, I mean, I bring my
he's
sister, but like she slowed me down. Like my cardio takes a half hour, and then my strength takes like half hour. I'm out the door, and like and an hour later, I'm out the door. So my sister, we're at the gym for 2 hours. I'm like, cause she's slowing me down. I'm like,
yeah.
oh. And I guess some friends who are
Get in
not in
and
shape, they have to like, it's like I'm training. It's like I'm giving them a free training session. Honestly, with my friends, I'm like, all right, this is how you doing this. I can't help if I'm seeing something they're doing wrong. I have to correct them. But I'm here to work out too. So
don't screw up the yeah. Don't screw up the flow. Get your shit
I
together.
know. But so again, once in a while, it's nice to work out with friends and stuff. It kind of does help give you extra motivation. It's nice to have a gym buddy with you and stuff. But at the same time, like, all right, I need to get my workout done. I got other life stuff to do, and like I said, I was very happy. I really, with my busy schedule today, I really didn't think I was gonna fit it in today because everything was like back to back to back, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm like behind schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Be my friend, dude. Yes, Brittany, we're friends. I don't know where you're from, Brittany. I'm curious.
She's from a terrible, terrible place.
Terrible place. Oh my god! I hope you're not in LA where the fires are.
Nah, not as bad. Almost.
Is she in Kansas? Oh, she's in
Yeah, Maryland.
Maryland. Where did I go? I think I've been to Maryland before. Like drove maybe like when I was going because Maryland's south, right? Is that south? I'm very bad at my geography. Above Baltimore.
I think it's south of you guys or east of you guys, something like that. Isn't it like up there in the? It's like wedged in there, I think. Hell, I
Now
don't
I
know.
gotta look up the U.S. map now because I suck at geography. Now I'm gonna go on my laptop and just like look at my geography where the hell Maryland is now.
Just Google where the hell is Maryland.
All right, USA map. It's nice to
Yeah, that's
meet
not
you
how you.
under Pennsylvania. Okay, that kind of helps. I'm
Yeah, I was
still
gonna say,
looking.
aren't you guys like wedged in between Pennsylvania and New York or something like that? It's one of the
Let's
smaller
see.
states.
Oh, come on, blurry. I want. I gotta find a better picture now. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm actually going to Delaware in July for family vacations, so I'll be near you during that time. So okay, now look. Okay, Ohio. Okay, you're actually in between Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, yeah. My fiance is actually from PA.
Oh, okay. We're all on the East Coast basically.
Yep.
No, again, like in my remote job, I talk to people from California and then the one from Kentucky, and I hear their Southern accent, and then they hear my New York accent. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about doing this, like especially this show, because a lot of times I just reach out to artists because I like their music and I have no idea where they're from. Kind of a lot of artists on here from Nashville, Florida, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
Finland. That was cool.
Finland.
Canada, California. I've had a few badass
I've
chicks
never
on
been to
here from
California.
California. I have no desire to go to California.
I know. I mean, well, not because well, for me, I do have a desire because I want to see what LA looks like in Hollywood, but I know right now is not a good time.
No, I got one of uh, one of the artists that I had on here early. Her and I still stay in contact on a regular basis. And they're out in LA, and I had to hit her up the last week, I think it was, just to check on them and see how they were doing. And it's a mess out here. They went to Vegas for a few days. That's where her parents are, just to get away from it. But it's bad out there. It's a mess. I feel bad for
Bad.
the normal people. I don't feel bad for the multi-million-dollar millionaire celebrities, but
Well, some of them
I
are
feel bad.
actually donating to help out. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if I had that type of money, I would definitely donate and help out. So,
Penn is between New York and
no
Maryland.
pen is between what? What do you mean?
I don't know.
You just like just like looking at.
you you don't have an accent. You're just a stoner.
Yeah, you're just governor.
You're just a stoner. You don't have an accent. No, it is interesting, talking to people from different places. Um, are you close to the city at all, or?
I'm an hour north from the city. Like I went to the city this weekend to see a drag queen brunch. It was pretty interesting.
Nice. Those are so cool. The drag shows we had a place where I used to live down in Charleston, down in South Carolina,
Oh,
and
really?
I lived down there for about 10 years. Can't wait to go back. I got 7 years before I'll go back. But there was a place down there. What is it called? Cheeseburger Mary's or something like that. But
Uh-huh.
every Sunday they did the drag brunch show, and it was so much fun. We used to there's a couple guys friends of mine down there. We would go, and we always had so much fun. It's entertaining as hell, and the drag queens are talented as shit, man. You got to give them credit where credit's due. They
Oh
they
my,
they do their
and they're gorgeous. Like some to them, like they look prettier than me at times. Like
sometimes it's like I might be questioning my sexuality right now because that is one pretty ass dude. I know it's a man, but
even with
no,
the
some of
way
them
they
are.
sound, like it doesn't sound like even with the way they sound, like you don't think like it's bad. Like they don't. They can sound like it passes women. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely an art to be mastered, and some of them do a very very good job. Who's capping, John? Who's capping, John?
You
Uh,
captain. That someone must have been added just now.
yeah, the first time I ever went to a drag show was here in Columbus, and it was like it's an interesting concept, but I'm down for it. I think this is cool. I think I surprised a lot of people because they were like, "You're not going to be down for this because you come across like we hate these type of people." And hate nobody. Do your thing, whatever makes you happy at the end of the day.
Exactly.
But it was a cool experience. I actually my fiance and I were just talking about that because we were talking about wanting to try to find one in our area to go to. I don't know if she's ever been to one or not. I can't remember. I was half out of it when we were talking about it. um. So you were saying you got your EP coming out soon.
Yep.
You got obviously you guys can go look on the social media and you'll see she's busy. So she's a busy girl.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, God, I'm like a workaholic. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I feel you.
I like used to like people ask me if I sleep. I'm like, you'd be surprised, honestly. I mean, I do obviously. Some days I get enough. Some days I don't. With my,
Sleep is overrated.
so I love sleep. I'm not a morning person. I don't know if anyone out there are morning people, but not me.
I am unfortunately because of my day job, I am forced to be a morning person now. The goal is to hopefully one day make money doing this podcasting stuff and be able to just not do anything but podcasting, and then I can finally be like not have to be a morning person until I get a wild burr up my ass and it's like, hey guys, I have an idea. Let's do a morning show because that'll be fun.
Unequipped? What does she mean by that?
I'm not sure what she means by that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
Oh, are
Brittany,
you
what do
talking
you
about
mean by
drag
that?
queens? You mean you talk about drag queens make you feel unequipped? You know that's all fake, right? Take all that stuff off and they look like me.
I don't know what she's saying. Maybe she's saying like, oh, they make me feel.
I know. I mean
Who
because they are so
knows?
beautiful.
Oh,
Oh. You think they wake up looking like that? I wonder. I
no,
mean, I wonder
not
how. Wonder,
a
I wonder how
lot.
much time goes into that.
Oh, they like.
I'm just saying, you never know. I mean, you take all that makeup and everything off, and they could look like this underneath of it. I mean, I'm just saying. Not that looking like this is a bad thing. I'm
You
looking
know,
at.
it's honestly, I give them credit. Like they're embracing who they are. Like again, a lot people could shame them, but I love them. Like they're so entertaining and. They were so nice. Like they're funny, and. You go on about them. They're awesome. Like,
Well, that's the other thing is that they're genuinely nice. They come out during intermissions and breaks and stuff like that, and they work. They work the crowd to a certain degree, but they also, if you are fortunate enough to get to chat with them, they're genuinely nice. And
oh yeah.
but I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to anything. Like, I'm sure you're not out at a gig acting like a complete ass. Somebody walks up to you, you want to, they're enjoying your art. They enjoy what you do. You enjoy what you do. So, you got to be able to interact with people. I mean, we've had the opportunity. We've got to do our Saturday night show at a axe throwing venue here in my little town that I'm in. They invited us up for their anniversary, and then they invited us back up for their Halloween party, and we got to set up and do the show live from there.
Oh
And
really?
it was really cool because, again, it's one of those things that I never thought we'd have an opportunity to do. Something that I want to do more of, but like, while we're doing the show, random people come over and start talking. We're like, hey, grab an earphone, grab a headphones, grab earbuds, slide over here on camera. You want to talk? Let's talk. Come hang out with us. You're cool. I had the opportunity. One of the bands, Arliss, who was in here earlier, we've become pretty close. They're basically family at this point. They did a show for disabled veterans. They did a charity show for the disabled veterans, and they invited me to come up and MC the show.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, what the hell? You want some jerk off podcaster to come over here and do that? Plus, I have a huge fear of speaking in public.
You
So
are,
that
you are
that
in
was
a
fun.
way speaking publicly right
Yeah,
now.
but I'm also like in the comfort of my bedroom. Like, I got my little setup here in my bedroom, so it's like this is my little safety net. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
But you can't see who sees you right now. I mean, you can
yeah,
see the
exactly.
comments, but you can't see
Yeah,
their faces. I guess.
but yeah, that was they get up on stage. There's 100 people or whatever, how many people are there. And it's just like, cool. You're all staring at me, waiting for me to say something. I hope I don't sound like a complete jackass when I say it. But that was cool. And then to get to interact with people, and I was kind of shocked at the people that not only came to see the band, but people who watch or listen to the show, but came because they knew I was going to be there to support uh, not only the band and whatnot, but also support our network. And it was like, oh, cool. We got people that actually listen to this stuff. So
Nice feeling.
that's always fun to have that fan interaction. Um, and you almost got to kind of not be a dick. I don't want to hopefully get rich and famous one day or get famous one day. And somebody have a story and be like, back in 2023, I met Glick at McDonald's and he was a real piece of shit. Like, yeah, well, I was trying to get my McDonald's. Sorry, I was angry. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it was my time in a month.
Yeah, you met Jessi at a restaurant. And she was grumpy. What you didn't know is she didn't get to work out the last 2 days because she's been so busy.
Yep.
So no, I tell you, I do appreciate you coming on. It was awesome to get to chat with you. You obviously you can't really get a feel for somebody's personality through text sometimes. And I hate texting anyways. That's another thing. You got that going against me because sometimes you say something, it's just like, oh man, I hope they didn't take that as me coming across like an ass or anything else because I truly don't mean it that way. But I think you're pretty fucking cool. You're pretty badass.
Thanks.
Obviously super busy, super talented. You got all this stuff going on. And I definitely do appreciate you taking a little bit of time and coming and hanging out with me tonight. I always ask, just because manners and all that good stuff. As long as it's okay with you, we have the several different shows here on the network. I would love to continue to play your music across the board.
Absolutely.
We take breaks on our other shows.
You have my permission.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we take breaks and we play music, and we always we started out, we found a loophole to get away from copyrights, but then when I started doing the music shows, I'm like, guys, we're in no shortage of music. We have plenty of artists and plenty of music to choose from. I mean, usually I'm doing 4 interviews a month, so do the math. There's a lot of music to choose from, so just make sure I get that permission and whatnot. Definitely, I would say, if you ever catch us on the YouTube or you see we're live and you want to pop in and say hello, doors always open.
Oh,
Even if you catch the guys live. Now, I've walked away from the Monday night show just because my plate was too full. I was damn near doing a show 6 days a week. Yeah, 6 days a week I was doing a show, and my plate was just too full. So I unloaded some hosting duties and walked away from a couple shows just to pick up another show because my son and I do a wrestling show.
nice.
But even if on a Monday you want to pop up and talk mental health and whatnot, reach out, let us know, and I'll get it set up and I don't know how much you want to share, but you don't even have to share anything. You can just go on there and talk because you seem like you're a little bit more educated than we are. We just talk from experience. I mean, I can only tell you what I've been through and what I've done, and hopefully give you a little bit of advice, but by no means don't take it as the word because I'm not educated in that aspect. But yeah, definitely doors always open for you.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. Brittany says, use a real one.
Thank you. I love the love. Big love
Talk
to
shit
you
on a
all.
Saturday. Yeah, there you go. Go up there and on a Saturday if you're not busy and get wild with us. We get a little rambunctious. We can be a bit extra on Saturday nights.
No, I guess no serial killers on here today.
No, no serial killers, fortunately, tonight. Yeah, like I said, it's usually on Saturday nights because we put the link in the chat and we just like whoever wants to come up, man. And sometimes you just never know what you're gonna get. And sometimes most of the time we have really cool people that come up. Sometimes we have some real boneheads that come up and we might spend the entire time of them being there just roasting them and having just because we can. I mean, I grew up in a kind of a big family, but I grew up in Thunderdome, so it's like only the strong survive around here. So you had to learn to be quick. You had to come correct if you were busting chops. You couldn't be lame with your comebacks. So and the guys that are on Saturday night with me, Blaze is one of them, and Jeff, we're all pretty quick, and can come a little extra at times. So we have a good time though. It's fun. We have fun here on the network at the end of the day, and I think that's what it's all about. And I think even for you, I think it's what it boils down to at the end of the day is hopefully you're having fun making the music and doing the gigs and getting to live like an alter ego as Ace, which is cool. Like I said, I didn't realize that Our Land was like a little mini movie, and I was like, oh, let's check out this video, and I realized it was almost a half hour long, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this another time because I'm definitely into it. Little found footage type stuff and whatnot. I'm a huge horror fan anyway, so and Halloween is my favorite time of the year. But again, thank you so much for coming up. Don't be a stranger when you got new stuff coming out. If there's anything we can do, don't be shy. Hit us up on the social.
And, let me know. If you want to interview me again, when my new music comes out, I'm a Instagram message away.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to get you back up on here because I would love to pick your brain about and again, you don't have to share anything you don't want to share, but your songwriting process and that's one thing that always intrigues me about genuine songwriters is where it comes from and sometimes getting a little behind the scenes of where'd this song come from? What
You
was?
know, just it's first of all, obviously from like past experiences, but like if you want to know like melodies, I guess it's either the worst timing. Either I'm in the shower or I'm driving. I'm like, and my phone. It's like anywhere that my phone is not accessible. So
Yep.
I'm like,
I,
oh,
that's-
like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, I got a great song, and like, I have an idea. I'm like, if I can't like, it's frustrating, but it is what it
yeah.
is.
I was gonna say that seems to be the norm for a lot of songwriters, musicians. Something will pop into their head at the most inconvenient time, and they're just like, ah, shit.
I don't know
I'm
how
like, hey,
back then did it. Like that before like you have phones to record stuff or like a tape recorder, you just gotta like do it. Like
yeah, you drop everything
literally.
you're doing and just,
Yeah, honestly, again, I always wanted to be a songwriter, so I was like, I always want to write a song. Like, it sounds fun. Like, oh my god, when I was a kid, I used to have like songs that did not make any sense. I'm like, what the heck was I on something back then that just?
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't
What the
know
hell?
what you were thinking, Jess, but like,
Yeah, what the hell? Oh, I got a notebook. I've actually got a couple notebooks, and I joke around when I die. Don't worry about my phone and my laptop. Somebody burned these notebooks because there's nothing bad in them. It's just it's gonna look like an insane somebody that was 100% insane was scribbling in a notebook because it's just the ramblings of a madman. Because I'll get a show idea or a topic idea or something, and I have to write it down so I don't forget about it. So there's like 30 different topics on one sheet of paper, or and then I write notes down below it and I shorthand everything. So it only makes sense to me. Somebody else looking at it seriously don't think that there's something wrong upstairs. I mean, there is, but ask her any question about the 3 bands she was in
an island.
Islands for a year. Hold on a second. What?
What?
Ask her the question about the 3 bands if she was in an island for a year. I don't know. That's a tough one to. We'll have to circle back around because we'll get Jessi back up on here again.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be back.
She will be back. If she has to kick the door in, I'm back, bitches.
Back.
Whether you're ready or not. Ace is in the building.
Ace is in the house.
Yeah. My fingers aren't working. She gave up.
Never mind.
Words are hard. Words are hard. Before I let you jump off here, and I'll let you jump off here because then I got to do my whole stupid spiel and sell the network and do all that jazz. Is there anything I always ask? My guests if they want to leave like a little like closing thoughts. Like, is there a quote that you kind of live by, or something that somebody once told you that just resonates with you that kind of helps you get through those tough days, so to say?
Those tough days. I mean, like, man, there's like so many quotes that I follow. So, well, it's easier said than done. Just gotta be positive and always look on the bright side of things. But like, that's like anyone can say that. But like, on like, well, for definitely like a quote I go by for like a hard working. Again, I like the Princess and the Frog and the Disney movie because she has a dream of having her own restaurant and stuff. So she always like yelled out, "The only way you get what you want in this world is through hard work." And I always follow by that. I mean, I also like in other lifestyles like treat others how you want to be treated. So that's like another thing I always like to follow by because I do again I make sure I'm always kind to others as long as they're not bitches to me. Like, I'm like, all right, if I'm nice to you, I would hope you be nice to me in return.
Yeah, right. I
Exactly.
wish it was like that. Not everybody's like that, but as long as we could stay positive and
Yeah, stay positive. I mean, it's like, I guess you could always say, like, at the end of the day, you're always going to be okay. And again, people who are, I don't know how many people are religious, but like I'm Catholic, so like I believe in God and Jesus and stuff. So I do my daily prayers every day, and like just gotta trust. Okay, if you don't really trust, again, if you don't believe, people who don't believe in that stuff, then trust the universe that it
yeah.
will work out at the end.
Yeah, whatever you happen to believe in, you know, whatever, wherever you find your inner peace, whatever. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we go through ups and downs. So, uh,
Everyone,
it's just like,
again, it's not easy. Life ain't, again, it's not meant to be easy. It's just you're on like a road. Oh, there was like a quote. Like there's like a road. Like again, I gotta find it. Hold on a second. There's like a quote that I always follow. I liked from an old friend of mine. Actually, said it a long time ago. Um, there are many different roads that many people choose to go down. Some people go down the rocky roads, and some go down the smoother roads. It's up to you whether you want to pick up the rocks or try to pick up the rocks on the rocky road or go down and embrace the smoother road. The choice is yours.
hell yeah. I've apparently decided in life I'm going down the rocky road and hitting every rock on the way down.
And
So,
you're gonna feel like you're on like that.
yeah. Exactly. Jess, I wish you the best of luck. You are awesome. I think you're kick ass. I think our viewers and our listeners are going to think the same thing as they're watching the replay. Guys, don't forget to go check her out. We got her social right down there at the bottom of the screen. You want to shout it out because I don't want to butcher your last name, and I know I will.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can follow me. Because obviously there's already a Jessi Rose that's taken on Instagram, so that's why I have to use my real name as a username. But I don't mind sharing my real name. I'm not that like it's a name. So you can follow me at Jess Paternoster. I think if you do look me up as Jessi Rose, the way it's spelled, Jessi, because when I try searching myself, I mean I'm the first pop up because I think I'm the only Jessi Rose that is actually meta verified. So like, I think I'll pop up first because I am verified.
Yeah, if you do put in Jessi Rose on Instagram, you're the first one to pop up. However, if you go to other platforms, not so much. You gotta do a little searching around, but nonetheless, she's not hard to find. Look for that kick-ass picture right there. she's not hard to find. Or you can simply go to our social medias, and one of the things that I do, not only just because I think it's good practice as a host, but also for our followers and stuff to make it easier. I always tag the artist in posts and stories and everything else. So if you guys are struggling to find them, you just pop on over to the Nonsensical Network and find the post, and they're going to be tagged right there. So, no, definitely greatly appreciated. Can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to hang out with you again, and definitely looking forward to the new music and whatnot. So, keep us posted and up to date on that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be on. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. You're always welcome. Like I said, doors always open. Actually, before I come back and do my whole spiel, I'm going to play one more of your songs, and I'm actually I think it's a little bit older song, but it's
what song
my
is
own?
it? Huh?
My Own Worst Enemy?
Yes, play that one. That's my hard rock.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it. We started out the show with something a little softer, and then we're going to end the show with something a little bit heavier. Jessi, you're welcome to stay and hang out and listen to my spiel, or if you'd like, you can go ahead and bebop out of here, whatever you'd like to do. I'm not going to kick you out until I'm ready to leave, but but other than that, again, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you being here, and let's get a little rock outro here.
All right.
This is about. I can't describe the pain I feel inside. Agony grows deep inside of me. Isn't there anyone out there to find? I'm the only one who wants to run and hide. I can't seem to escape the demons inside of me. Make me numb before no.
Hell yeah. That was pretty kick-ass, not gonna lie.
That's one of my favorite songs. I written. My buddy Victor, did all the guitar stuff, and again, he did a great job and everything. So shout out to Victor, who put the song together. So, all right. Well, thank you for having me. I'm gonna hop off right now. I guess time for time for bedtime. So I got another.
Yep. I gotta do my spiel, and I know I get out there and watch an episode or two of Dexter. I've introduced my fiance to Dexter.
My parents love Dexter. They can't stop talking about Dexter. They're like, yeah.
I just introduced it to her, so I'm enjoying watching her reactions to the first series, because I haven't watched Snowfall and I want to see the newest one. And I'm like, you gotta watch this damn series so that I can watch the new ones. So I'm just enjoying watching her reactions, but so she's obsessed with that right now. But no, absolutely. Greatly appreciated you. Definitely had fun hanging out with you. You're super cool. And like I said, don't be a stranger, and you're always welcome across the board here on the network. Definitely appreciate that. So I'll let you drop down. You can get your rest in. And then I'm going to do my spiel and get the heck out of here.
How do I get out of here?
There should be a little. Are you on your phone or are you on a laptop? There should be a little leave button for you down at the bottom. So. Yeah, probably the X.
All right, cool. Well, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for having me. Follow me where it says my name, Jess Paternoster or Jessi Rose. Yeah. I am Meta Verified. You could just recognize me through the picture, and stay tuned where my music is going to be. It's going to hopefully release very soon, my EP. So I'm very excited to get it out there. And again, don't forget, I'm a personal trainer as well. So if anyone who wants virtual fitness advice and virtual training, I do offer that. So hopefully, and again, my goal is to help others. I'm a life coach, and yeah. So don't be shy. I'll be happy to meet people all over the world.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna have to reach out to my host of Monday night and be like, you need to have her on as a guest. She's a life coach and stuff. She's way smarter than you.
Hey.
No, my host on Monday night. You're way smarter than he is. So no, definitely looking forward to all that. Best of luck in everything. Again, I don't know how you do it. I say that, but then I look at how crazy busy I am. But when you're passionate about what you do, it definitely shows in your work. So, and we're ready for the new music. I'm a new fan. I'm a brand new fan. I'm digging what you're doing. So I'm already ready for the new stuff. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. I'm really excited to get it out there. All right. Well, I'm heading out.
All right. Have a great night.
You too.
See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, Jessi Rose. She is awesome. It's always fun getting to do these shows because, like I said, you really never know what some people you can get kind of a feel for their personality. Some people you can't, but you never really know how a guest is going to be when you do an interview. But I've been very lucky, very fortunate. I got to admit, I've had a lot of kick-ass guests. Jessi being one of them. Make sure you guys go follow her, go check out her music, and check out all of her side projects. Even if you're not a music fan, maybe you're a fan of fitness, and you need some help, or you got some life coaching and stuff that you need. She sounds like she's your girl. She's gonna get you taken care of. We'll definitely be seeing her around the network. I'm sure it's fun. This is the other thing is making these friendships that you didn't think you were going to make, which is cool. Like this Friday night, going out to see a guy that I call my little brother, super cool guy, great musician, James Luker. Anybody out in the Richmond, Indiana area or relatively close, come on out. James will be there. I'll be there. Nikki will be there. James will be doing his thing. We'll be hanging out, having a good time. With that being said, thank you guys for listening. Seriously, thank you guys for hanging out. Chatter's Box, thank you for chatting away. hopefully you guys enjoy it. Replay viewers and listeners on the platforms, thank you guys. We're having a lot of fun here at the network. We're doing a lot of things. Mondays, we kick off Mondays, man. We kick off the week with Speedway stories and cold-blooded conversations. Wally's talking all things motorsports and reptiles, and I guess he's got a pretty big guest coming up down the road. He hasn't told us yet, but hopefully we'll all find out here very, very, very soon who Wally's got coming on. Pretty big personality in the reptile world. Right after Wally on Monday nights is Men Caring for Men. It is your men's mental health podcast. Connor and company talking all things related with men's mental health. And, every once in a great while, you'll see me pop in there and hang out and chit chat with the guys. Obviously, that's one of my babies here on the network, that show. Tuesdays is the show right here, Glicks House of Music, man. We're hanging out with a bunch of kick-ass artists, bunch of kick-ass musicians, having fun getting to know them. We're playing their music and all that fun jazz. Shout out to Jessi Rose again for coming on. Next Tuesday night, I have, bear with me, I somehow, surprisingly, real quick and in a hurry, booked up January, and I'm already working on February as well. So I'm super fucking stoked about that. Obviously, I know we got I cannot remember the name of this band. They're out of Cleveland. I know that much. So we got Cleveland band, Kissing Lilith will be hanging out with us next Tuesday night. So definitely stoked about that. Alternative metal band, again, out of Cleveland, right up the road from me. So super cool about that. Super stoked to be having those guys come on and hanging out. Wednesday nights is What the Fuck News. That is Jeff and myself. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, we're going to talk about it, baby. And we're going to have a good time. And don't forget, everybody's favorite. I don't know why. It's really weird. But that's why we love you guys, because you're weirdos like us. Wednesday nights we have the penis report. I got you, Goose. Check out your page. We'll get you. See you down there. I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing at the end of the day. Thursday nights is Jeff's Garage. I think he's supposed to be doing something this week. We'll see what happens. Friday nights is Nonsense and Chill. That is Blaze and Jeff. They're hanging out, watching movies and films, critiquing them, chatting about them, doing what they do on Friday nights. Saturday nights is the main events, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nonsensical Nonsense. It is the founding show that created this whole thing that is what it is. We cut loose, we hang out, we have a good time. We do the open door challenge. We drop the link in the chat. You don't know what the open door challenge is. We drop the link in the chat. And we challenge you guys to come on and hang out with us. We just ask that you turn your camera on and keep your bits and pieces to yourself, because nobody wants to see them. And then Sundays, we wrap the week up with Unnecessary Roughness. It was just a football show. It was just NFL. But we're having so much fun doing it that it is officially now the full-fledged sports show here on the network. Sundays at noon, we'll be talking all things sports and just chit-chatting, doing what we do. So check us out everywhere. The Nonsensical Network, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Shows are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcast that. Don't forget, we do have the replays up on YouTube. The videos are the replays are all the shows are on YouTube as well. So if you want to see our stupid faces and not just hear our dumb voices, you can go watch the replays on YouTube. You guys know the drill. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. You can also find all of our links at bio.link/nonsensicalnetwork. All them links are there, including a link to Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. You can get all kinds of fun stuff. Like if you want some nonsensical swag, you can get some. I got the hoodie right here. Nonsensical Network. Got a new hoodie being made this week for Glicks House of Music. If you guys want to get some swag, you guys let us know what show you want, and we'll get you something designed up and get it sent out to you. Or if you just want something more personalized, just let her know. Nikki will get you taken care of. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. Just let her know what you need, what you want. She's on Facebook and Instagram, so give her a follow, give her a like as well, and shoot her a message. She'll get you all squared away. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you. Huge shout out to Jessi Rose for coming on and being my guest tonight. Greatly appreciated. Had a lot of fun chit-chatting with her. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing left to do. Be good or be good at it, baby. We'll see you when we see you. Go, Nikki! Nikki's awesome. I don't know if I posted I got the new Glicks House of Music logo that's going on a hoodie this week. And a t-shirt, because I'm taking a t-shirt to James. But yeah, be good. We'll be good at it, baby. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow night. You don't have to miss me too much. I'll be back. And for What the Fuck News. So make sure you guys tune in for that.
Nonsensical Network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical Network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so